Okay, just a real quick little video. I'm going to do this girl or something like it. Just going to start with a little bit of willow charcoal, and I'm going to just make her eyes where I think they might be, nose here, mouth maybe around there. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly, it's gonna be quick and dirty. Okay, a little bit of a practice sketch. So you can kind of tell right off the bat whether you've got your proportions. And the eyes are always not the hardest, but the more detailed thing to draw. So I just like to make a space for them. The nose, the mouth proportions seem about right, I think. Okay, so then from there, you just start to add a little bit more detail. And as you go, you might find that, oh yeah, the eyes, though they're too far apart. So at this point, charcoal is forgiving, so you can pretty much, anyway, decide to change it partway through. I think you don't want to think, it's a practice sketch, so you don't want to make it too, you don't want to think of it as too precious of an artwork. You're only practicing. So it's not meant to be a commission piece or anything like that. If I was doing a commission piece for somebody, I would use a reference. I would take a lot more time drawing it out. I may use a graph to make it perfect, I think. But when you're just practicing, it's actually a really good idea to do a few practice sketches like this, just to get better at drawing faces. I mean, this may not end up exactly the way I want it to be. It might turn out horrendous. She might look possessed. Who knows? But as you go, you'll get better, and just keep trying. Keep trying, keep trying. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, the eyes are usually the more detailed pieces. Sometimes take a little more work. So right now I think that the proportions look pretty good, but until you get more down, you might not see how the proportions are off till a little bit later. So I just keep going until I can tell that I've done something kind of off, which is easy to do, and also easy to change if it's charcoal. So you notice how I'm just rubbing all this in. I'm not worrying about this white space, because the white space is going to be smudged with charcoal anyway. So, okay, at this point you can see the outline of the features, and then I'm just going to kind of do a outline of her head. This is for me the hard part, because I don't know, I find the shape of the face always more difficult than the rest of the features, but I kind of try to just do not hard lines and see if I like that. Maybe add an ear. Add her ear in here. And again, nothing really too hard and fast. Make it real, just a few lines here and there. It just gives you the hint of an ear. It doesn't have to be perfect. So, okay. and her hairline, and maybe her neckline. Okay, there we go. Now, start to work in a little bit of shading. Now, if you like where the proportions are, you can start adding your detail in a little bit more darker spaces. A little bit of the Cupid's bow, however you call it. Yeah. And I'm not being even very, I'm fairly rough when I'm adding my shadows into. I'm not being very careful. I'm kind of being quick. Okay, just adding some shadows. Willow charcoal is really soft. It's not actually the easiest thing to draw with. You could draw with a pencil, charcoal pencil, but I find using the willow charcoal, and I'm a little less. It helps me to forget that this is not, or it helps me to realize that this is not something I'm trying to be precious with. I'm just trying to practice. If I had a pencil, I'd probably lose my looseness. So I think this helps with the what I'm trying to do here. Okay, so I kind of like where everything's at. So I'm going to just start adding the details a little bit more. Adding to the eyes. Probably would be not a bad idea to grab a pencil, but I'm not gonna. I got my little stump here, so that blends a little bit. A little bit of blending. Nice and easy. Okay, I'm going to blend her lips a little bit. I like where her lips are, so I'm just going to blend out. You can make them whatever shape you prefer. I'm going to give her nice pouty lips, I think. Kind of pouty-ish. And a little bit along here. And I'm going to leave it a little bit lighter